Hello everyone, Charles here with Slick Trade, and in this presentation I'm going to go over our market commentary for the upcoming week. So last week was beautiful. There was a lot of movement across the board, and I know I had some pretty nice trades there. Excuse me. So for the upcoming week, here we have the New Zealand dollar. This is the 4-hour time frame. And as you can see, here was where I sent out the market commentary and we broke below. Had a little bit of a retracement and then bam, beautiful, beautiful movement right there. You had a potential to make about 210 pips as far as results that would be 200. Okay. And for the upcoming week, let's go ahead and zoom out just a little bit here. And let's go back to our previous support and resistance. You can see here, here, these are all solid right here across the board. So this is a beautiful spot to put that upper new defined range. And for the lower, if we go back right here where we had this little consolidation period, that right there is a pretty solid one. Let's go ahead and zoom back in. Make sure that's not too tight on the 4-hour. Nope, that's perfect. 45 pips. Okay, so we're right here. Our upper portion of the new defined range. Oh. And here, so lower portion of the new defined range. I'm gonna pause this real quick. Okay, so there's our upper and lower. And let's go ahead and get a screenshot. So I've got that for the post. As far as the New Zealand dollar on the daily time frame, we also had a beautiful, beautiful pass through of all of our targets. Okay, here was last week when I sent out the market commentary, and we broke below right there in that candle, and then boom, just beautiful movement. That one I did not get on. I wish I did, but that's okay. I gained real nice on the euro dollar and the dollar franc. So, and this definitely, as you can see, I talked about this last week as far as the potential trend reversal, and that has indeed happened. If you look at the professor setup, our bands are now showing a short. We have broke down. We have created our first leg, and we're currently technically, okay, I would say we're in our first leg. If you are someone that looks at just that the highest high and not the break from the consolidation period, then you would say that we are in our second leg. Okay. Everybody trades a little bit different. I say trade it however works best for you. To me, though, we're still really in that first leg because we broke here. This is where we broke, and we came down, created a new low, and this is a lower high, our first lower high here. And at this point, we more than likely will see. We could see continuation down, but that was a pretty heavy move. Okay, so I would imagine we would have a little bit more of a retracement up to around the 0.70491 level. potentially a 0.70965 level, or maybe even the 0.71357 for a little bit deeper of a retracement. So we'll see what happens. But either way, definitely, you know, we broke that. We're out of that long trend. So this is a real nice move. At this point, what we would do for the New Zealand dollar is go short on any kind of retracement point. Okay, I will still give you the breakouts, but either way, that is, you know, kind of the overall. If you're new to trading, things like that, you want to buy on dips when you're in a long trend, and you want to short on oh my goodness, retracements when we're going into a short like that. So we could see, since this was a pretty heavy drop, we could see in between, well, I'll lay out some new levels here in a minute, but we could see some consolidation. But I will lay those in just a minute. So you could have gained about 192 pips from that. As far as results are concerned, I would say 175. Okay. And as far as new zones here, or new defined range, or whatever terminology you prefer, right here we experienced some resistance, and then yet again once we broke above that. So I'd say this is a pretty nice level here. If we break below, I would say it would continue down to around the 0.68622, and here 0.68028. Okay, but if we do not, then we could see this happen. Okay, so as far as a new defined range, I'd say we're right here. Okay, so last week broke below a new defined range. Start or first leg of short trend. Okay. Possible retracement initially, potential consolidation period. And here's our key levels. Alrighty. So go ahead and save this. And then I'll move these here. Oh. Okay. Grab a screenshot for you guys, and we'll move on to the Aussie dollar. This is the 4-hour time frame. Again, beautiful move. The market was very, very giving last week, so I really hope you guys got in on some of those trades. You had the potential to make 159 pips, which for results would be 150. And as far as the upcoming week, let's say here. Past history shows this would be a solid upper portion of the range, and here. Here. Solid lower. Aussie dollar here. Zero. All right. Aussie dollar for the daily was in an overall long trend last week. And we were currently in a consolidation period. These were our key levels here. So what did the market deliver? There's the daily here. I'll zoom in a little bit. Well, actually, here's that trend line from last week that I was telling you guys about, where we came up to yet again and back down. Okay, the range that I put out last week uh, 0.782717 right here. And 0.772205. Which was right in there. Oh, whoops, this was the mid-range. I'm so sorry. This was 0.78. There we go. Read it wrong, sorry. So let me just get rid of this middle one. Okay, I did that one just to give you guys a visual last week of where price might head, and it did. It actually came up too, which is that month one resistance, and then broke below with a real nice move there. If you took this trade, you had the potential to get about 153 pips, which as far as results is the 150. A little bit bummed I didn't get in on that one either. But never be greedy. Never be greedy with the market. So here's a pretty solid level here. Experience some resistance here, and yet again here in this range. Because of the heavy drop, okay, we could absolutely see, some of a correction up, okay, or retracement up, whatever term that you prefer. It could be to around this level here, 0.76633. It could even go into a deeper correction of 0.77221. Okay. Overall, if you look back here, this is definitely a pretty heavy consolidation period. So, with that being said, this is definitely a main level. New defined range of 0.75904, and I'm actually going to bring this up just a little bit because we've got these two candle bodies here, and these were real close. So we're going to do this one right here. So 0.76701. Okay. Overall, it looks like we are indeed, switching to a short trend. However, that level right here is holding. Okay, 0.75904 roughly. It held, and this is where we've experienced some previous resistance. So it's not fully confirmed, okay, that we're into a short, but that could absolutely be what is happening. Okay, we'll see in the upcoming weeks. Things that are in our favor, this trend line here, price broke below, came up, created a new high, broke below, created resistance, broke below, created a newer lower low, then a lower high, because it came right up to that trend line yet again, then broke below and created a new low. Okay, so everything is setting up beautifully for that reversal. But like I said, it is not fully confirmed until we break below this level here. This is that magical level. Okay, so with that being said, let's grab this new defined range. So I'm still going to leave this as overall long trend, and currently in a consolidation period, but I'm going to add created a lower high and a lower low. We have a potential for a short reversal in the upcoming weeks. Okay, and our key levels here. Here and here. And those are some potential targets. Okay. Oh, I already moved that. All right. So, yeah, grab a screenshot of that for you guys. Setting up real nice. So, the dollar franc. This was another one that definitely had some nice movement. I told you guys last week that I was in a long already on the dollar franc, and that definitely pushed up even higher, created a new high. So that was a real nice move. And if you traded this on the 4-hour time frame, then you would have gotten into a short first, which would have given you 46 pips. So as far as results are concerned, that would only be 25. Okay. As far as a new defined range for the upcoming week, we are looking at here, here, and here. For an overall long trend on the 4-hour. And as far as the daily time frame, let's grab a screenshot for you guys. Switch over to the daily, and this is what I was talking about. Okay, like I said last week, I was already in that long, and then price had that initial retracement. That's what we were in when I sent out the market commentary last week, and we just pushed up further and further, creating yet another higher high and higher low. Okay, we were following that trend line that I drew in last week beautifully. So what can we expect? We can expect that price may retrace down to around the 0.93506 level. It could even come down further to the trend line itself. I mean, it could follow this way, but if we had an initial correction, it could come right back down to this level where we had this consolidation period of 0.93135. Okay, but we will see what the market delivers. the upper key level was 0.93564, which was right here. So if you got in that, you had the potential to gain about 65 pips, which as far as results are concerned is only 15. Oh. That's weird. Okay. So we may see price retrace down to those levels. Like I said, we may not. We don't know. But if you are not in the trade already, right here is a pretty solid key level. Got those wicks and bodies, so it's kind of messing. Right here. Here we have wicks, body break, break, and then we've got the bodies kind of right here. So I think this is a pretty solid level. This would be the new upper portion of our new defined range. Okay, so new key level would be here, and here. Overall long trend, and we may experience a retracement or correction, whatever terminology you prefer. All right. There we go. Grabbing a screenshot for you guys, and we're going to the euro dollar on the 4-hour. Now, last week, depends how you traded this, okay? If you trade longer time frames like I do, then this little move right here would not have affected you. If you trade the 4-hour, then this trade could have gone against you and hit your stop loss. Well, I guess technically, no, that would have hit a stop loss because it did not reach an initial 25, which if you do your stop loss here, that'd be about 39 pips, okay? Minus 39 on that, okay? If you happen to stay in this and you base your stop loss at a larger stop loss, or because in general, like if you trade the full Tron and stuff like that, it's around 50 pips, okay? So if you did that, that might not have affected you, and you may have stayed in this trade with the potential of gaining 120 pips, okay? But that all depends. As far as results are concerned, that is a negative 39 pips, okay? For the upcoming week, our new defined range is going to be right here. Oh, hello, hello. And this is the lower portion of our new defined range. Then we're going to go down here to the euro dollar, on the daily time frame. Grab a screenshot. And the daily. So this was a real nice move to the downside. We had, excuse me, market commentary last week. We did have a little bit of an initial correction up, and then boom, came down. Hit our first 2 take profits there. As far as the upcoming week, we'll see, or upcoming weeks even, we will see what happens. We're down into zone where there's been consolidation previously, some pretty heavy consolidation previously. The upper portion of that is 1.18703, and the lower portion of that is 1.17302, okay, with potential deeper corrections here, okay. But overall, that's really where that's that zone where we might experience some consolidation. Overall, looks like we're headed down. I mean, this was our last high, came down, broke below, came up and had our correction along with deeper correction here, and then boom, broke below. Here's where we really created that first new low, okay. Again, unless if you're someone that really looks at that from the highest high, okay, you could say this is the first leg, okay. I'd say this would be really that first solid indication that we're headed to a short. And then here we have, from the professor setup, a short confirmation as well. So things are lining up, everything's looking beautiful, but we have dropped quite a ways already at this point, okay? If you go from this high down, you're talking a 570 pip move, okay? So more than likely, price will go into a little bit of a correction or consolidation period between those levels that I said. But we'll see, okay? So if you traded this on the daily time frame, like I did, then you had the potential of gaining about 106 pips. So as far as results, that would be 100. For the upcoming week, or if you are not in this trade, I would say new defined range is right here, or new key levels. Okay. Now, if we continue down, then here are some nice target levels for you. So right here. So I would say, like I said, if it continues down, price may head around the 1.16856, 1.16389, 1.15922, okay? But if not, then we might see some consolidation. Like I said, if we experience that, or if we experience a deeper correction, it could be around the 1.19290 as far as a deeper correction. Okay. Now, if price breaks above this level, 1.19855, then we're going to be looking at a totally different setup, okay? Change our rules and other, well, not change our rules, change our trading plan at that point, okay? But overall, that's what we're looking at. The pound dollar on the daily time frame. So last week, no, this was from 3/5, 14, 15, 20. This was last week right here. That was our new defined range. We broke below. We're looking at a potential reversal. We will see. Okay, we're below the trend line. We're below the whole moving average. Overall, the professor bands are stating long trend because we haven't really broke below and created a new low. You know, we're still kind of in this. You could call this a first leg. I say we're still in a first, okay? This consolidation period here between the 1.37681 and 1.35651, that's a real key level there because of the amount of consolidation we had. So we will see. If we indeed break below that, then I think we're going to see a full reversal, okay? But for now, if you traded this last week, you had the potential to gain about 103 pips. So really you're looking at 100 as far as results are concerned. Okay. We've already had a little bit of a retracement or correction here up to this level, which as you can see, that was a pretty key level there between these weeks. All right. I would actually use this if you're not in a trade already on the pound dollar. I would actually use this as a new defined range or new key levels. So I'm still going to say it's an overall long trend. Potential trend reversal in the upcoming weeks. I guess there's a potential for a consolidation period as well. And here's our new key levels. Right there. Grab a screenshot, and there we go. So that is the plan. I have been monitoring a couple other charts, just the price action setup from your file pack. And last week, 319. Here was last week. An initial correction here. And boom. Beautiful drop down there. Okay. If you were trading this, I really haven't been adding like results to this at all. Oh, I don't have the screenshots up. But I mean, it's really the same as the euro dollar on the daily that I already showed you. This is just a little bit different setup. Right here's a new defined range that you could go by with just pure price action. We're currently at that month 1 support and the daily support. Okay, so this is definitely a key level, 1.17757. Okay, if price breaks below that, then you can expect it to head to 1.17437, and if it continues, 1.17142. Okay, you could see initial correction up to 1.18183. However, if price breaks above that and candle body holds, then it will more than likely head up to that daily resistance of 1.18505. Okay, so I will take a screenshot of that for you. And the dollar franc on the daily. Oh, that was 21 right there. We had our initial correction down. Price broke up, broke through the daily support, and headed up to our next key levels. Okay, if you're trading it just based on price action setup, you probably gained 98 to 100 pips there. Okay. Upcoming week, I mean this is our trend line here. We could see a correction down to around 0.93661 and then a bounce off that trend line back up. If price breaks below and candle body holds below that, then you could expect price to head to 0.93415, 0.93165, and potentially into this zone, hitting daily one support first of 0.92920. Okay, but we will see. So just depends on the setup you like. That's really about it. You know, we've got a lot of really nice movement. We've got a lot of really nice setups, and the market is delivering based on past history, support and resistance levels, and just using some key price action. That's where it's at. That and longer time frames. That's what I personally enjoy. So you guys have a good one, and I will see you in the room. Okay.